All right, here in round 2, we got the choice. We'll play first. I think we mull the one-lander. Yeah, we'll keep this one. We got all 3 colors. Got some removal. Don't have a creature till turn 4 yet, but I like at least having all 3 of my colors. That helps. And I guess if I just get flooded, I maybe can use Abzan Charm as just like a Sign in Blood or something like that. Which seems reasonable. All right, Kinguard. Pretty reasonable draw too. Didn't have to show my opponent that I've got that I'm Abzan instead of Mardu, but I kind of want to be able to cast Abzan Charm on turn 3 if need be. All right, Chief of the Scale. So potentially playing against Abzan Warriors maybe or something along those lines. I think we're just going to start her off with the Abzan Kinguard. I mean, I'll kill something if my opponent gets too far ahead here. I would like to make use of the mana on Abzan Charm because I'm going to be busy for the next couple turns. Well, it's a lot of dudes. So I could draw some cards here with Abzan Charm, but I'm going to save it. So we'll start it off with the Kinguard and then we'll pass. If he swings with everything, I think I probably take it and then play the Sky Captain and crack back for a little bit of life gain. All right. Well, I can Abzan Charm that, so I can actually afford to take all this right now. All right, so go to 12. And a skirmisher too, huh? All right. Well, it's actually a pretty good draw. So we play our Bondkin. We get in with the Kinguard. Hopefully he blocks with the Chief of the Edge. Because then we can go Charm and put a counter on both of our guys. Which I guess I can do anyway. He's got 3 cards left. I mean, I guess it behooves me to kill the Chief of the Edge as well. I'm trying to think what's the best for me, though. If he has removal, which it seems likely he would, feel like I would prefer to just kill this Chief of the Edge. But I'm debating whether I want to pump my guys. If I pump my guys, I get an extra point of damage. I have a blocker for all of his ground guys. But if he has removal, he gets to crack back for quite a bit of damage. It's tough to say. The Chief is currently giving him 3 extra points of damage. 6 if you count itself too, if he has an answer for my Bondkin. I'm going to play it safe. I think we're just going to deal our damage. And then I'm just going to Charm now before he gets a chance to like Feat of Resistance or something like that. Just playing around removal. I mean, currently I'm in a pretty good racing situation with the Kinguard. All right, we'll take it. Still technically cracking back for 3 lifelink. He's got to have something pretty good here. All right, unfortunately he does, so it already looks like our opponent's deck is significantly better than ours, but it's okay. So we'll drop this. get our outlasting on, and then we'll pass. So we're going to need the Sky Captain to block his flyers here shortly. So what's the ideal? The ideal is he has nothing, he swings with a skirmisher and a spirit and passes. That would definitely be ideal. Ooh, it's actually a pretty good one. We're still going Sky Captain though. We need this one right now. So I don't even think I can really outlast either here. Can't really afford to. So I think we'll just drop the Sky Captain and I could outlast the Bonkin actually, because then when my Sky Captain dies, I could put it on the Kin Guard as a 5/5 lifelink, which I kind of like actually. Um, it gives me 3 blockers. I can't block his flyers anyway, so if he has removal for my patrol and this is tapped, I can chump with Sky Captain maybe, but yeah, it's tough. It seems too dangerous to. I'm at too low of a life total. I think I have to just chill here. See if he has harsh sustenance. Yeah. Well, can't do much about that. Guess I can Grim Contest a flyer. That actually buys us some time. I Grim Contest my Kin Guard on a skirmisher. Gain 3 life. It's not bad. Now I guess I do outlast my Bonkin. Scale Guard too. Alright, well, it would appear our opponent's deck is significantly more powerful than ours, but can't do anything about it, unfortunately. Whisperer of the Wilds doesn't do that much either. So I think I played as a blocker. So I can Grim Contest his Spirit, losing I could eat it with one of these guys problem with that is that I won't gain life, so my opponent will have me dead too soon, I think. Whereas if I do it here now, before he has a chance to untap and pump it, I'll at least gain some life by a little bit of time. I think I have to. I'm not thrilled about it. I could have done it without losing a guy, but this buys me a little bit of time. I definitely, in retrospect, wish I had pumped my guys, but I think it was a judgment call that I wasn't gonna draw like Grim Contest or something, or a Bondkin, you know. I think I said at the time, I based it more on the fact that I expected my opponent to have removal. And it looks like he did, so our opponent's deck is, I think, I can't quantify, I guess, how much better than our deck, but significantly better. I would speculate that I would go as far as saying our opponent's deck is much better than our deck. Much better. I'll even give it 2 muches. Our opponent's deck is much better than ours. So this is indeed going to be a very challenging match. Got to bring in the parapet. Feed the clan doesn't seem terrible, but I'd have to cut a spell for it. Maybe a feat. But feat actually seems fine too. Could see maybe cutting and awaken the bear. The problem is I'm on the play now, so I feel like I want to be on the offensive, which makes the parapet call really awkward. Like, why do I want to go to the late game? I really don't want to go to the late game. But I guess parapet still has some synergies with harsh sustenance and grim contest, so there's that reason. I mean, I can bring in feed the clans. I don't see the point. Feed the clan buys time. At all points of the game, I don't see how our deck is... At any given point during the game, I don't see how our deck is better than our opponents. Honestly, which is maybe pessimistic, but I don't see... Early game, I don't see us being better than what he's got, and late game, I don't see what we've got that's better than his. So, I don't know. I basically have to... I don't know what I have to do to win this. I really don't. It seems like I'm going to be relying on my opponent missing things happening for us to win because his deck seems so much superior. So I don't know what to say. I guess I'm hopeful my opponent, we get God draws versus our opponent's really bad draws. I feel like that's our best shot at taking this match. I can't really come up with any other logical, rational way that our deck's going to beat his. So we'll do our best. Let's see what we can do. Okay, this is an awkward hand. I think I might have to mulligan this. Granted, I have a parapet I can play on turn 2, but I've got 4 other spells I can't do anything with, and I have one of my 3 colors. Like, I have some powerful spells in here, but trying to think how this hand beats my opponent. The parapet buys me... I'm going to have 2 drops, or 2 draws before I miss a land drop. I can't even play these until I see 2 colors. So it's like we have a 5-card hand now. I'm going to go to 6. Hope we do better. All right, unfortunately miss, but I don't think we were going to beat my opponent with that first hand. That was a pretty lousy hand. All right, we'll keep this. mull to 5 against a vastly superior deck, I've pretty much lost all faith in winning, but still got to try my best. I don't really have much choice otherwise. Play Teamer Charger Beatdown. I actually am playing the Bonkin because if I draw a land, then at least I can Outlast plus play Parapet. It's pretty amusing. Our opponent's deck just unfortunately keeps getting better and better, so it's pretty disappointing. Trying to think how I do something here without completely just getting completely blown out. So if I Outlast and he answers Charger, I get hit for 5 and he gets a 2/2. If I don't Outlast and he attacks with both and has nothing, I could block here and here and block here and maybe take them both out and he gets a 2/2 anyway. I'm going to Outlast and pass. Okay. Well, lose our last bastion of defense, unfortunately, and take more damage than I can afford to, unfortunately. Miss our land drop, unfortunately. Guess we'll play a Parapet and pass. All right, that's once again very unfortunate, but this was just one of those seemingly impossible games to win. I mean, like I said, our opponent's deck was vastly superior to ours, and on top of that, we had to mulligan in both games. So I really have no idea how we could have possibly won this game. Just seems like the cards were certainly stacked up against us in this one. Yeah, I think we actually can concede. I'm not sure there's a method of coming back on this one. All right, well, pretty embarrassing loss, but embarrassing losses happen sometimes in Magic, and got to accept them when they do. So hopefully we can get one more victory in the finals here. That would be nice.